Hey everyone, it's Ashley Jones, Event Director at Marketing Showcase. Thanks for watching one of our recordings from Marketing Showcase Online. I really hope you enjoy it, and hopefully I'll see you at another one soon.
Okay, morning guys. So like Ash said, I'm Faith, I'm from SoAmpli, and today I'll be talking to you all about employee advocacy and how to get your employees really involved in social media and sharing that brand message out to everybody. So if we just have a quick overview of the current social media stats, this is social media in 2021. We've got billions of internet users worldwide, and social media is constantly growing. It's so important now more than ever to get your brand out there and be public about your brand messages. It's time to get people engaging with your company content, and that needs to be more than just one post a month on a company page done by one person in the business. You need to get everybody talking about it. At least 1.5 hours a day per person is spent on social media and using employee advocacy, such as SoAmpli. Your colleagues and yourselves could only spend 30 minutes scheduling your content for the whole week. It's all about consistency, and it's all about shouting about what you want to get out there. If we have a look at the social media that the adult population are reachable by, Facebook and LinkedIn are your most popular. You can absolutely get your messages out there by using employee advocacy. You let your employees choose the social accounts that they want to share to, whether that is mainly their LinkedIn, whether you give them access to those company LinkedIn pages, or you get out there on Facebook and they reach the masses that way. It can be done in 3 simple steps. 1, you create the content on SoAmpli. 2, you then share that content through SoAmpli to your own social media and any company pages. Step 3, your whole team gets involved via SoAmpli and they push out all of that brilliant content that you can create. It's a platform that everybody can get involved with on both desktop and mobile. If we take a look at how long content lasts on social media, if we take the blog, for example, 2 years the blog will last on your website. And that one blog post that lasts 2 years can be used multiple times on social media. Often we see brands forgetting about their older content, but SoAmpli makes it super easy to recycle that content and draw attention back to key milestones for the business or for the wider industry. Let's take a deep dive into our social media megaphone. The first and probably most important step for this is getting the management to buy into this program. When upper management openly supports and recognizes the value of an initiative, it can help drive engagement throughout the company. SoAmpli gives companies a space for everyone to get involved and everyone to shout about their brand, whether that's someone who's just joined the company a week ago or the CEO of that company. Everyone should be getting involved and should be investing in this program. Number 2 is goals have to be set. There has to be clear goals that are discussed and relayed so that employees know what they're aiming to achieve. Without a goal, employees are more likely to fall off the wagon a lot quicker and not be interested in getting involved. Once goals are set, any feedback should be welcomed from colleagues. They are the ones that are going to be pushing that brand message out and helping you reach that success. Number 3 is when you are ready to recruit people into your program. When you're ready to invite people to join you on the platform, have a short pitch ready on how this will benefit them, even if it is by adding an extra step into their workload. It might be worth booking a quick session with the guys here at SoAmpli to take you through and take your colleagues through every benefit that they will receive. Focus more on how the benefits outweigh the potential negatives, such as increasing lead volumes, gaining talking points with prospects or customers. For example, our sales team, they will share our content through SoAmpli. If prospects then engage with that content, they have a talking point when they phone that prospect up. I saw you liked post X on my LinkedIn feed. What were your thoughts? What do you think about the current climate? What do you think about the blog post that we put out there? Step 4 is to offer incentives. When there is a reward at the end of a task, it will often drum up more of a buzz internally. It works for us internally, and the leaderboard is great for that competitive and gamification side of the platform. If you have a competitive workforce, adding in monthly, quarterly, or even random incentives will help you push the teams to get involved. Step 5 is to encourage and maintain engagement. Ensure the dashboard is filled with lots of content and a variety of pieces that people can share out to their social media. Employees will quickly lose interest if there's not enough content in there. Invite people to get involved, have a set day where other teams will take over the content in the dashboard, or have them submit a piece of content to the admins each week for a spotlight on the platform. It's all about getting them involved and making them feel like they're contributing to the platform. Step 6 is remember this content is create crucial content. Remember the content is going out to employees' personal social accounts. It's not just one message fits all and one piece of content fits all. They're trying to reach their own audiences while still getting the same brand message out there. It's vital that they have relevant and worthwhile content available to them. Ensure they're also putting their personal twist on things when they're sharing them. While still getting the same message out, they're able to adapt that content so that it fits their personalities and it fits their profiles. Step 7 is to celebrate the team efforts. Again, like adding those incentives in there, it doesn't always have to be aim for this prize or aim for this goal. It's key that management takes time to understand the time and effort that employees will put into this program, and you should always celebrate success. A lack of acknowledgement will cause a quick decrease in support for the product, and you'll quickly lose the employees that are advocating for your brand. And finally is step 8, promote that collaboration within the teams. It doesn't matter whether you're not the content creators of the company, you can still give your input into that content that's going into the platform. Ensure that everyone is involved in the ideas for the content, the sharing schedules, and the incentives too. Remember, you're pushing the employees to reach those incentives. If they're not interested, your brand will not be shared out there and it will not reach the audiences that you're looking to reach. This will mean everyone feels like a key part of the program, and they're more likely to be invested if they've been a part of the implementation. That's all from me on the 8 steps of how to build a brand army. Thank you for your time, and let's look at some of your questions.
Faith, that was brilliant. Thank you very much for that. I'm just going to pop up a poll quickly. I think it will help lots of people if they were reading that and they want to know a little bit more. SoAmpli is a brilliant platform. I've used it myself. It's very handy in sharing people's posts. So you can, as a team, you can put out a bit of content, and then obviously all of your employees, as you were discussing, Faith. I'm probably not doing a great job of selling this now, but I'm still plugging through it. I'm doing it. Anyway, if you want to get a demo or a personalized look at the SoAmpli platform, just use the poll there below to kind of go through it. Faith, just so I can kick off a few questions, and I hope people in the chat and in the Q&A will kind of mirror this as we go along. If anyone wants to know any more about this, please use the Q&A. I'd be happy to ask. Faith, somebody said the poll is not working. I'm going to give that another go. Hold on. Try that. Just relaunch the poll. Let me know if it's not working. There you go. Cool. What are your keys? So I tried to implement SoAmpli in my business. One of the things that we found difficult, if I'm being honest, was getting your colleagues to actually do it. And it's the same with any social media. To be honest with you, it's the same with any marketing or any tech, you know, getting other people to do it. You might be really passionate about it, but what happens if somebody else isn't? What's your advice?
It's all about getting them invested in the initial ideas. Have that content ready for them. Don't let them log into an empty dashboard. have lots of content ready and available for them to use, and then go back and ask them for their input into the content going forward. But if they log into an empty dashboard, they'll think, well, I've got to now do all of the work. There's nothing here for me. I'm not going to log in again.
Perfect. Cool. We've got a couple of technical questions coming in, which I love. That's great. But just before we get on to those, we've got a more generic one about using or launching Instagram for business. If they've historically been on the kind of the bigger, older platforms, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, maybe, what would your advice be about moving on to Instagram? Is it encouraged? What do you think?
I'd encourage them to give it a go. You know, a lot of your audiences will start to be that younger generation, and I'll hold my hands up. Instagram is my go-to social media. I spend the majority of my day after work on Instagram, checking out kind of what's going on. You can implement the stories in there. We use the stories a lot more than the posts at Force 24. If you're at events or you're hosting online webinars like this, you know, get those stories out, get a quick kind of a poll and a Q&A up there, and just get people involved. You know, Instagram allows you to be a little bit more personal. You know, LinkedIn and Facebook can now be seen as quite business based social media, and it lets you just be that little bit more personal on Instagram.
Faith, you just reminded me there. So look, I'm going on to Instagram now. And everybody, how do I do it? Let's see. Will this make for a good live? I don't know, but I'm going to do it anyway. Whilst we're answering questions. So everyone, you're on my Instagram live now. So go and search Framework Media to check out this story upon Faith Jukes from SoAmpli's recommendation. So if you can check this one out and comment, that'd be great. But that was probably the worst thing I've ever done on a marketing showcase online. So probably didn't work, but we gave it a go.
We'll have a look.
Everyone hopefully will go over to my page now and follow it. That was a bit cheeky. So back into questions. So we've got somebody asking, is SoAmpli a social media management tool like Hootsuite?
So it's very similar. The difference between SoAmpli and Hootsuite is SoAmpli really encourages that employee advocacy. It encourages the team efforts. So it's likely that a smaller team will put the content in there if not everybody. It's not for everybody writing that content, but SoAmpli is a shared dashboard, and it encourages people to push that same message out there to their own social media.
Brilliant. Thanks very much. What if employees don't want to mix their personal social accounts with business and work? This is something I see all the time.
Yeah, we see it a lot, and that's not a problem. It's completely a choice of the employees when they log in. It's down to them what they connect. So if you log in and you only want to connect your LinkedIn to purely push that business content out there, that's absolutely fine. We have some of our employees that only ever use LinkedIn for that. You know, you don't have to use Facebook. I know it can be a little bit more personal, and you might have your family on there and you don't want to push that work content out, and it's absolutely optional.
Perfect. And what do you, if you've got an employee that's moving on, this is a blurred line for me constantly. If you've got an employee that's kind of going on to another job, but you've helped them a lot with their LinkedIn posting, their LinkedIn content, as a business, where do you see the ownership of that? Is it it's the person's social media at the end of the day, it's the person's LinkedIn at the end of the day, but they've been a great asset to the business in sharing all this lovely content, and now you haven't got that asset anymore? Is it just a simple case of, well, that staff member's gone, I haven't got access to their social media, I'm gonna have to hire someone else to do the same? Or where do you see it?
I mean, it differs for every company. Obviously, your bigger brands will be very protective over kind of who can access that content and who wants to share that out. But I think the big thing here is they've played that part in, and nothing is stopping you from continuing that support when they leave. If they create an organic post on LinkedIn, pop them a like and pop them a comment, and just get involved and encourage them to take a look at the platform. You know, it might work for them in their new company as well.
True. Good advice. I've got a little bit more time. If anyone's got any more questions, please fire them into the chat. But James has asked, Faith, thanks very much for your presentation. So some lovely feedback there. Do you think that there is a ratio between original produced content and sharing promoted content from other sources?
Definitely. So we use SoAmpli kind of every day. I'll log in, check the content. I tend to schedule my content through SoAmpli maybe every other day, 3 days a week. But we still promote that original content through LinkedIn. You know, we've got the likes of the sales team who still like to pop their own content that maybe they don't want to share with everybody else. And sometimes that personal touch on LinkedIn, it still shows that you're present and that you're adding that personal side to it whilst sharing all of the brand relevant. You know, you can still pop those personal updates on, and you can still create that original content and that organic content in LinkedIn or in Twitter, but it gives you the best of both worlds really by using an employee advocacy tool.
And obviously, when you're promoting the posts through SoAmpli, you've got to decide which channel, which stream, which platform you're going to send those out onto. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. So you have the option.
And how do you, if you've got the option, how do you decide which is best for a certain type of content?
So it depends really. I mean, it's all about your audience and how you will engage with them differently on your different platforms. So, for example, the likes of my Twitter will be a lot different to my LinkedIn. And I tend to post more kind of blog based products and blog based posts onto my LinkedIn. And sometimes Twitter will get kind of a little bit more of check out the articles that we've got, you know, have a chat to one of the team, but it does really depend on kind of the types of audiences you've got on there. Some people may have the same audience on both their Twitter and their LinkedIn.
Hi everyone, thanks for watching another recording from Marketing Showcase Online. I hope you enjoyed it. Just to let you know, we've got all of the recordings uploaded to our brand new YouTube channel, so go over there and check it out if you want some more great content. We run these events once every month, free of charge, so head over to our website to grab tickets for next month's event. I look forward to seeing you there.